What do you see with this team and this franchise that makes you believe that maybe you can win a Lombardi here?
I think from the leadership, from top down, ownership has done a good job of, implementing good coaches, the GM to bring players in. We have a lot of good veterans who played a lot of good ball. They got a lot of young players who are stepping up. Just the atmosphere, everything this team has been able to build. I think there's winning here. Last year you could see it. There's potential to be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Commander Rose channel. So that clip that clip you guys just saw, that's our newest free agent addition, Jonathan Jones, who we signed a couple weeks ago. In summary, Jonathan Jones. This is a quick little wiki summary, a quick little vocal wiki summary. 2016 undrafted free agents from the Patriots made it on. He's 5'9". The guy is 5'9", a short king. The kings come in all in variations and sizes. He's not that short. 5'9" is not that short. Anyways, for NFL standards, yeah, it is short. But got onto the Patriots roster. Not only did he get onto the Patriots roster, ended up becoming a key contributor in 2 Super Bowl runs with the Pats. This is a guy who plays nickel primarily, but if need be, he'll play out on the boundary. He even plays safety. He actually was really solid in nickel, out on the boundary. He held his own, even at 5'9", dude. And this is a guy who, I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I have opinions sometimes. I think Jonathan Jones is going to bring the most value to us this year out of all the free agent signings. This is discounting, obviously, the trades because Laramie Tunsil, Deebo Samuel. Laramie Tunsil is the most important addition for us because left tackle. Come on, I'm not a genius for saying that. But Jonathan Jones, out of all the free agent signings, I'm predicting right now, he's going to be our starting slot. He's going to be an improvement over Noah Igbinoghene. No knock on Noah Igbinoghene. I just said Noah Igbinoghene 3 times in a row, and I did not bust his last name, Igbinoghene. I love that last name. But before I continue, this is another clip I found about Jonathan Jones. And this is a clip from the Patriots, actually. But it kind of summarizes his journey, but who he is as a person.
Played this sport for so long. That's what the ultimate goal is. And I remember at the end of the day, didn't get drafted, and I got a call from Bill, and he was like, if you come here, you get an opportunity. So just having that opportunity to come to New England, fight, make the team, scrap my way through those, first couple of years, I was just able to, fall back on everything that I was, taught growing up.
Before I continue, because I'm going to go in, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So, Jonathan Jones, he is the ideal commander. I feel like Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, when they're scouting for a free agent or scouting for a rookie, they want a guy like Jonathan Jones. This is a guy, a great leader, a driven, committed, a high IQ, a great person. Great person, dude. He doesn't. He also, I feel like people don't know this about him. He's an athletic freak. He ran a 4.3 340. Granted, he is 31 years old, so who knows if he's still, the athletic players tend to last a little bit longer, only if their IQ matches up a little bit. So I'm willing to bank Jonathan Jones has a couple more good years left. I'll probably say 2. He has all the boxes that, I feel like Dan Quinn and Adam Peters seek in a football player, and he's a dog. I forgot the most important thing. Man is a dog. Every single clip you see from him, very physical. He says it himself. He's very physical. So this is a guy where I'm just like, damn. Obviously, the main guy reminds me. I was like, okay, they loved Mikey Sanders still coming out of the draft. Took him in the second round. I was like, Jonathan Jones, this is a guy where if he was in the draft, I feel like Adam Peters would seek him out. But anyways, enough of all that. This is why I think he's going to be the most impactful player that we signed this year. I mean, in his career, he's played 10 seasons. He, 5'9", 185 pounds. He has a career 436 tackles, 57 passes defense, 11 interceptions, and 10 forced fumbles. But we were interested in this guy. I don't know why my voice just cracked, dude. We were interested in this guy in the trade deadline of last year. We did not give up a pick. We gave up no picks for him. We ended up getting Marshawn Lattimore instead. We've been interested in him for a while. One thing that stood out to me about him is that only major injury was a shoulder injury in 2021 that put him on the IR for the final 10 games in the season. Other than that, I mean, he's pretty much played consistently for the Patriots. Didn't really miss that many games. Last year, I mean, he had, in summation, he had 44 starts over the past 3 years, 2 seasons with 3+ interceptions, 13 passes defended over the past 2 years. Last year, he was primarily an outside corner. He had played 422 snaps outside, 139 in the slot. The Patriots had they're a little bit riddled with injuries, so they had to put them all over the backfield. But and to go over his play of last year again, 60.7 PFF grade, not the best, 712 slaps last year, not the best again, not the best. But this is a guy I think is going to come in here super motivated. He's going to bounce back. I think he's going to compete with Noah Igbenogany. Damn, I got his name right again. But he's going to compete with Noah Igbenogany. And I think he's going to win a slot cornerback. But the thing is about this, is just granted, we can still draft a cornerback. I feel like we are going to draft a cornerback, hopefully. I mean, who knows? It's Adam Peters. I have my full faith in that guy. Even if you do draft a corner very high, corners don't really they don't really play that much in their first season. And if they do, this going to be growing pains. Cornerback's one of the hardest positions in the NFL. I feel like what's going to happen is that they're going to draft a corner maybe in the 3rd or 4th round. If we have a 4th round, we're going to trade back, I think. And a guy that they keep meeting with, and a guy I actually really like, is Quincy Riley. That'd be nice. We do need depth. We do need depth in the corner. So I feel like they're going to do that, and hopefully the guy they draft is going to supplant Jonathan Jones next year, because Jonathan Jones is on a 1-year deal. But looking at the current cornerback room, you got Marshawn, number 1. I mean, he's going to be number 1. Hopefully he improves. I like to think he is going to improve, dude. I'd like to think that he is going to improve. I have faith in him. Man was a bit injured last year. He was a bit injured. He changed his number recently to number 2. That jersey looks tough. It looks tough. If he balls out, I will cop a jersey. I swear, that jersey looks tough. Number 2. Sometimes you need to change your number. You need to change your number. Sometimes you need to change the address on your license to get a fresh start. And I feel like he's getting that. He was kind of thrown into the wall. I feel like I'm defending him too much. But, and then going over to Mikey Sanisto, that's I'm making a video on him tomorrow, because Mikey Sanisto's a dude where I'm just drafted to be a slot, was a slot. Then Benjamin St. Juste was committing domestic terrorism here in the DMV. We pulled a coup, took Benjamin out. We had no choice. We had to put Mikey in the outside. And what did he do? This man excelled. There's some similarities to Mikey Sanisto and Jonathan Jones. There's some similarities, and I love the fact that Mikey Sanisto is going to have a vet like Jonathan Jones to learn from. That's another great thing about that signing. But anyways, Mikey Sanisto, I feel like, is going to be the outside corner with Marshawn Lattimore. I'm fine with that duo. I actually like that duo. I do. It's a duo that, the projections is pointing up. It's pointing up, dude. It's going to the moon. The slot cornerback is where I'm just okay. We had Noah Igbenogany last year. He was, I liked how tough Noah was against the run. He was not scared. Man was not scared to put his freaking nose in there. In coverage, he was a bit inconsistent. I'll say that. But granted, it was Noah's first year as a slot. I like to think he'll improve this year. More experience, former first-round pick. Noah also has that athletic abilities. He's actually an athletic freak too. But Jonathan Jones, veteran experience, has excelled. Was a slot cornerback on a championship team. 31 years old, hungry. I think he's going to win it. And I think he's going to excel there. I think he is. And if anything happens also, let's say, God forbid, Marquis Sanistol, Marshall Lattimore get injured. What they're probably going to do is they're going to slide Jonathan Jones to the outside, slide Noah Benogany to play slot. So, like, that's how valuable I feel like he's going to be. Hopefully, you know. But this is the guy I'm just like, oh, no. I'm really excited about Jonathan Jones. Let me see my notes here, dude. Yeah, nothing else. I ran out of things to say. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. This is the one I'm predicting. This guy's going to be a stud for us this year, I think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Peace, y'all.